So according to some, XRP is about to explode. So I want to discuss with you objectively what I think might be about to happen with XRP. I want to show you the news, the technicals, and I want to go over my personal trade, which right now, guys, I've made almost 900 XRP.
XRP 리플이 폭등할 거라고 말하는 코너, 자신있게 수익 인증을 하고 있는데요. 과연 어떤 근거로 확신하고 있을까요?
So according to XRP 2020 here, XRP is about to explode. So let's check out my chart here over on one of my trading platforms. You can see we have XRP. We have another XRP trade that I've shown you guys that I'm doing right here. It's in about $2,000 of profit. I've already taken profits out of that trade already, as I got it in a time when everyone was scared. So with that information, I want to get my profit out as quickly as possible, protect my downside and all of that sort of stuff. That's my strategy. Now, this guy over here, right, I drew out pretty much what he was looking at, which looks to me like it could be a bull flag forming. And right now, as we speak, we might be on the very verge of a breakout happening right now. So if you are looking at this, what I'm looking at is hopefully we break out, we come back down and we do some sort of a retest and then we head higher. You can see the start of the breakout is happening. So if we get rejected here, I wouldn't be so worried. But what we want to do is we want to hold above this line of resistance here. So we don't want to come back down again and come into this. And then that could be a confirmed breakout there finally for XRP. So the first place I'm going to be looking at for a break is around that $2.30 region and then about the $2.64 region. Then we could maybe be on our way higher. Remember, we were talking about a liquidity grab that was waiting to happen, and that's what we saw over the last coming weeks, or the last weeks behind us, and it shows us that maybe, just maybe, we are about to have an opportunity to move. Now, what moves the overall crypto market right now? My belief it is, of course, Bitcoin. Bitcoin, as we speak today, is doing very well. We're at 108,700, just a stone's throw away from all-time highs. And guys, if you look at these weekly candles, something very interesting. We've only had one weekly close above the price we are today. One single weekly close. It only lasted a couple of days and then we were back down. So right now we are basically at all-time highs, and this is what will bring the eyeballs hopefully back into the world of altcoins like XRP. You can see right now, even at $108,000, there isn't really anyone searching for Bitcoin or for crypto right now, which is kind of crazy given the price action. Now, some altcoins are starting to wake up today, and I believe this is, of course, because of this bullish momentum in Bitcoin. If we do take a look at our leverage maps, you can see we're very even right now, but annoyingly, for my own strategy, we can see here the long liquidations is more than the short. So this would give me an expectation, at least, that we would probably maybe even come down to this region or this region or this region before heading higher. But there are, of course, no guarantees there. We've had crazier things happen, just like this candle right here. But the way I managed to catch my entries at the bottom of these candles, or near the bottom, definitely not the perfect bottom, but that's how we managed to catch these entries, including Bitcoin. The way I did it is I used a few different pieces of data. One of them was the Bitcoin exchange liquidation map, and almost no one in the market was long. Everyone was betting the price would go down. That, of course, makes me personally bullish. Now, if we take a look at what's happening, Michael Saylor is saying in 21 years, you will wish you bought more. This is him again hinting that he's potentially about to buy more Bitcoin. But if we look at this, guys, we got a Spanish coffee chain potentially buying $1 billion of Bitcoin. We then have the Financial Times saying at least 9 companies in the past week have announced they're going to buy more Bitcoin. And we have Bitcoin exchange balances plunging now at their lowest point in 6 years, guys. The lowest point in 6 years right now. So let me know what that shows you down there in the comment section. Personally, I think that could be something nice for us. Now, with that said, guys, on top of all of this, we do have XRP's price not moving in the way that people want. But this is where patience comes in. These sorts of formations here, if they can break the upper resistance, can end up being bullish. You can see a similar pattern here, broke out, we did get a push to the upside. But this is why I like to trade as well as hold in the spot bag my XRP, right? Because I have an average price of my spot around 50 cents. It came all the way up here. I took some profits. We came down. I could have added. We came back up. I could have taken profits. We came down. That's the kind of thing I aim to do, right? That's what I'm sharing with you on the channel, because most people here on YouTube are just holding forever bulls. And for me personally, I'm looking at about $10 for XRP in this bull run, and using my leverage bag here, using my leverage bag here, I intend to take profits on the way up to make sure, just in case that we don't get the bull run, we don't get an alt season, I still come out better off than I started, right? That's my goal, because we just don't know. And anyone who claims to know for sure is lying. That's my opinion. Of course, believe what you guys want to believe. But we have a big week ahead of us, all right? So on Tuesday, Fed Jerome Powell will talk. This could be bullish or bearish. What we would love is, of course, an emergency cut. That's probably not going to happen. I almost doubt it, right? But what we want is bullish, Fed bullish towards rate cuts. That's kind of what we're looking for. That could then be the liquidity push that we're looking for, because we haven't seen rate cuts in a while now. They've been expected, but we haven't got them. So what we're waiting for here is liquidity, in my opinion. And that liquidity has been flowing into Bitcoin, being so close to all-time highs, but not yet into the altcoins. We are still very much in a Bitcoin season. And these moments where we're in these Bitcoin seasons, they seem like there's never going to be another opportunity again. Just like here, I've been through multiple, all the way back since 2017. All of these moments for altcoins feel horrible. For Bitcoin, it feels great, but for altcoins, it feels horrible. And I don't know where we're going to go next, but if history dictates and history shows us, then right now is relatively normal. All right, we're seeing liquidity flow into Bitcoin. It's not flowing into altcoins yet, but that liquidity comes later on in the cycle normally. Now, it might never happen. I actually do think that the altcoin season is going to be a little bit different, or extremely different this time around. I think probably the large caps, for me, are the ones that I'm aiming for, because I think they're gonna do the best in this, as there's so many altcoins. And when I say the best, I don't necessarily mean there won't be smaller caps that outperform these. They're almost guaranteed there will be, right? But what I'm saying is, I think the easiest way for me to catch this alt season, if it happens, is to be positioned in the larger caps. The larger caps like XRP. If XRP does a 3.3x from where it is right now, and I have 3x leverage, that will give me a 10x, right? It's an exciting time for me personally. I think we're just waiting for the next moves, and patience, I hope, will pay off for myself. With that said, I'll keep you guys up to date no matter what happens, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.